Okay, good morning children. We are going to start new chapter number 10, microbes in human welfare. Microbes in human welfare. Do you think microbes can be of any use to us? They are so small, they just cause diseases. A number of diseases we are having from the microbes, maybe bacteria, virus causing diseases, viral diseases, bacteria causing diseases, bacterial diseases, protozoa, malaria, and kala azar, and amoebic dysentery, and all. So fungi is also causing a number of diseases. Okay, so then what is good about the microbes? But if we really look at the scene, we'll find that the microbes are very important to us. That most of the food which we eat, which we prepare, they include microbes. May it be idlis, may it be dosas, may it be khaman, may it be curd, may it be alcohol, or may it be other type of things. Okay? There are a lot of things which we are making in our day-to-day activities. They are made like tandoori roti and all. There are so many food items are there in our day-to-day meal that includes microbes. Beside food, microbe is also important for making alcohol, which can be beverage or which can be sanitizer. Nowadays we know without alcoholic sanitizer we cannot even think of our life. The life has become so different now. Okay. Besides this, microbe also gives us a number of antibiotics, that is injections and tablets and all to kill or make us fit. Okay. And microbe have very significant role in recycling of the waste, which we often ignore. Any dead body, not a big body like a cow is there, or a buffalo is there, or a human is there, or any domesticated animal is there, so that the human being will only look after. But any other animal, say for example a rat is died, you simply throw it out, and many a time that rat must be taken away by some bird, predator birds. But most of the time nobody take it away and that decomposes. Now what is this decomposition all about? The decomposition is actually performed by the action of enzymes which are secreted by the microbes on the food, on the dead organ. Okay, so the microbes are very important for all these things. The water, millions of liter water is come out from any city, any medium-sized city every day. Where is this water going? You simply put it into the river or a stream, and then this water goes ahead, and some other city takes that water. The water which we are drinking in Kota, we are taking from Chambal. And in this Chambal, just 20 kilometers behind, this is down upstream is Kota Dam. Those people also taken water and they added their waste. Just another 20 kilometers ahead, if you go, you will find Rautbata. Those people also taken this water and they added their waste. So every city is adding their waste into this river, and yet we are drinking the water with confidence. हम तो पी रहे हैं पानी. Will it not cause any harm to us? No. Why? Because the microbes are there. So microbes are having several roles in our day-to-day activity, starting from food to the waste, for causing diseases and for saving us from diseases, for fuel and for many other type of substances. So you will find there are variety of uses of the microbe. So let us study in this chapter what is it. Besides microscopic plants and animals, microbes are also major components of the biological system on the earth. You have been studied about diversity of living organisms class 11th. Do you remember what kind kingdom among the living organisms include microbes? So microbes are included into into protista, then fungi. Unicellular plants are there, that is that also comes into protista only. Then the viruses are there, which we don't consider as a living being. Then the prions are there, which we also don't consider. And then there are some protozoa, that is also protista. ठीक है, तो यही है. तो ये देखिए, and where you will find them. देखिए ये लिखा है, microbes are present everywhere, in the soil, in water, in air, inside our body and the body of other animals and plants, and they are present even in the site where no other life forms could possibly exist. Sites such as deep inside the geyser, ठीक है, that is thermal vents जहाँ where the temperature is about 100 degrees Celsius, or deep in the soil under the layer of the snow several meter thick, and they are highly acidic, and in the highly acidic environment, ठीक है, जो thermoacidophils we have studied, ठीक है. तो then and the microbes are diverse, that is the protozoa, bacteria, fungi, microscopic plants, viruses, viroids and also prions, ठीक है. Proteinaceous infectious agents prion के लिए लिखा है, ठीक है. Prions are consist of proteins, whereas viroids are consist of only nucleic acid, where the virus consists of protein as well as nucleic acid. So you can see that what limit of organisms are there, and the other organs they have got protein, carbohydrate also, fat also, nucleic acid also, many other things are there. Microbes like bacteria and many fungi can be grown on the nutritive medium from the to form colonies that can be easily seen through naked eye. अकेले को तो नहीं देख सकते आप, एक माइक्रोब को तो नहीं देख सकते, but you can see the culture. So here and some examples of culture are given. भाई चलो ना, yeah. So there are some rod-shaped bacteria, round cocci bacteria, the spirally and a rod-shaped with the spirally flagella is there. Then these are the viruses with the crystalline structure. Then these are the colonies. So these are colony. They are fungal colony growing in the petri dish. Okay. Now in chapter 8 you have read about the microbe causing large number of diseases. जब human diseases पढ़ रहे थे आप, तो we have studied all these 5 category of organisms. इसमें helminthes को छोड़ के बाकी सब microbes थे, ठीक है. They cause number of different type of diseases, है ना. They also cause diseases in the plants and animals, but we should not always think they are the harmful organisms. They are of many good to us, and that is why we have to study. चलिए अब पढ़ते हैं फर्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज द माइक्रोब्स इन द हाउसहोल्ड प्रोडक्ट्स. हाउसहोल्ड प्रोडक्ट्स में क्या क्या आएंगे देखिए. यू वुड बी सरप्राइज टू नो दैट वी यूज माइक्रोब और द प्रोडक्ट्स डिराइव फ्रॉम देम एवरी डे. द मोस्ट कॉमन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द कर्ड फ्रॉम मिल्क. नाउ हु डोंट ईट कर्ड? एक दिन नहीं खाया होंगे, शायद 2 दिन नहीं खाए होंगे, बट एटलीस्ट वंस इन ए वीक तो देर विल बी कर्ड यूज इन आवर डे टू डेज food in some form or other, ठीक है. Now curd is actually including lactic acid bacteria, lab they are commonly known as. Lab is very important, ठीक है. The 4 different ways which the labs are important, lactic acid bacteria are important. First of all, they enhances the taste. A number of people may not like milk like me, but I like curd. Many other like curd and lassi and many other there is yogurt and many other things which are produced from the curd. Secondly, the taste enhancing हो गया. Secondly, the lactic acid bacteria digest some of the tough components of proteins and fats into the simple substances which can be easily digestible. Third, lab also prevents the growth of other microorganisms, ठीक है. It prevents the growth of other microorganisms. Okay, so that is again an important function of lactic acid bacteria or utility of lactic acid bacteria. And the fourth one is that it converts or it makes vitamin B12. So these are the 4 important the utility of the lactic acid bacteria. So please remember it, that why we have to why use of curd is better than the use of milk. A major portion of the proteinous portion of the milk is not digested in our body because we do not have renin-like enzymes. But curd, the lactic acid bacteria is already digesting them, and we are even getting vitamin B12 which we will not get from the milk. Okay, of course we say that the milk is a complete food, but it is a complete food for the babies, not for the fully developed person. And how much milk a man will drink in a day? Maybe a glass, 200 ml, 250 ml. That will not provide the daily requirement of the vitamin B12, but these bacteria can enhance that. ठीक है, इसके अलावा क्या है, that other products which we get from the milk, from the bacteria, that is the dough. Now dough can be of tandoori roti, the dough can be of idli or the dosa or the khaman and etc. etc. So the dough which we use in making the food such as dosa, idli are fermented by bacteria. The puffed appearance of the dough is due to the production of carbon dioxide which is produced in the anaerobic respiration. ठीक है, can you tell which metabolic pathway? तो यहाँ आपको लिखना, that is anaerobic respiration. Where do you think that bacteria for these ferments come from? So they are coming from the air, that is in the form of spores they are there. And most of the time who are having this the practice of having their food, day-to-day food, every day they want to use idli or dosa, then they take the inoculum from the previous dough, a small 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon into freshly prepared what you call dough, so that the microbes come from there. So that is the way it has to be done. Now similarly, the dough which is used for making bread is fermented by baker's yeast. The baker's yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It is the same yeast which will be used in making alcohol also. So when alcohol is these yeast are used in making alcohol, they are called brewer's yeast, and when they are used in baking of the bread and all, then we call it baker's yeast. A number of traditional drink of the food are also made by fermentation of the microbe, like toddy. Those from the south, they know what is toddy. A traditional drink of some parts of the southern India is made by fermentation of the sap from palm, even from coconut, young coconut that you might have seen when you might have gone into the south. You might have seen that man goes there, expert, he just simply put a cut and comes down. Next day, that same coconut he gives and it will have fermented juice, that is the toddy. Okay, so this is there. Then microbes are also used in fermenting fish, soybean, bamboo shoot, etc. to make food. Cheese. Now who don't like cheese? You can use, and there are variety of cheese. There are variety of cheese, like in India we are getting hardly 4 or 5 variety of the cheese. And most commonly, दो तरह की चीज़ यहाँ मिलते हैं. एक गौड़ा cheese which we are using on the which we get in the bakeries, in the cheese cube or in the cheese spread, and the other cheese which we eat is the cheese which we get on the pizza. But there are hundreds of other varieties of the cheese which are used by maturing the paneer, that is the raw cottage what you call इसको पनीर मान लीजिए, ठीक है, using bacteria or fungi or their combination. ठीक है, तो cheese is one of the cottage cheese only. So cheese is one of the oldest food item in which the microbes were used. You see, these are accidental discovery, you know. People in the past, they never had refrigerators, or they never had any way of conserving or preserving food. So whenever they used to have plenty of production, they used to just remove it and keep it. Okay? Either the simplest way of preserving was to either to keep it in the sun, those things which can be dehydrated, or simply keep it cool by covering with the wet cloth and all. But some season they used to get the microbial infestation, and because of this microbial action, these substances are changed into cheese-like substance. अब किसी को इतनी मुश्किल, if you see a cube of raw cheese, that is the paneer, which is used or which is matured using these bacteria or fungi. If you see it in the raw form, you will never eat cheese. It appears so ugly. ठीक है, बिल्कुल जैसे कोई चीज़ सड़ जाती है ना, गंदा सा अपीयरेंस, ब्राउनिश, ब्लैकिश, ग्रीनिश, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टाइप ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया और फंगाई विच इज देयर, तो इट अपीयर्स वेरी अगली. ऐसा लगेगा कोई फपोले से पड़ रहे हैं, गंदा सा स्मेलिंग. देन दे आर टेकन, द टॉप लेयर्स आर रिमूव्ड, द साइड्स आर रिमूव्ड, and then they are dipped into the bee wax, the colorful bee wax, and then they are given. And inside the taste is very different. Outside, since it is having the air also, and which makes it the taste differs and the appearance also differs, but inside it appears very different. ठीक है, तो चीज़ इज़ वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट. तो अब ये एक्सीडेंटल डिस्कवरी है, किसी के पास मलाई ज़्यादा हो गई, इसमें रख दिया, एंड देन द फंगल इन्फेक्शन टुक प्लेस, एंड देन इट चेंज इनटू चीज़. ठीक है, तो दैट इज दिस. तो चीज़ इज़ वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट फूड आइटम इन विच द माइक्रोब्स वर यूज. डिफरेंट वेराइटी ऑफ चीज़ आर नोन फॉर देयर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक टेक्सचर, फ्लेवर एंड टेस्ट, हाउ इट अपीयर्स. ठीक है, देर आर मेनी चीज़ विच आर लिक्विड, देर आर मेनी चीज़ विच आर सॉलिड, there are many cheese which on warming melts. The cheese which we use on what you call all pizza and all. ठीक है, तो ये जो है मोज़रेला जो होती है, and then Roquefort cheese is there, which is Swiss cheese is there, which have got holes, big holes, large hole. ठीक है, तो ये देख लीजिए. और ये लिखा है Roquefort cheese जो है, it is ripened by growing specific fungi on them. तो all these are produced by using different type of fungi, different type of bacteria for different duration, or sometime in combination, you know. And the cheese is ripened for some 2-3 months to some years even, depending on the quality, you know. And accordingly their texture, taste, and the holes and the smell and all these things will change. Okay, so 2-3 cheese names are given there. अब ये जो रॉकफोर्ट का जो स्विस चीज़ का नाम लिखा है, बट उसमें किससे बनता है नहीं लिखा है ना. स्विस चीज़ आर ड्यू टू द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाय बैक्टीरियम नेम प्रोपिनोबैक्टीरियम शर्मानी. तो ये याद उड़ाएगा बड़े अक्सर, शर्मानी होगा, कोई शर्मा होगा आपकी क्लास में, किसी का भी नाम रख दो तो ये होगा. एंड द रॉकफोर्ट चीज़ are ripened by growing specific fungi on them. Name is not given. If you want to know the name, you simply Google it. Okay. बड़ा आसान सा टॉपिक है, कोई मुश्किल काम नहीं है इसके अंदर. अब हम पढ़ते हैं माइक्रोब्स इन द इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्शन. What are the large scale production, industrial production which we get from the microbes? And the very first is beverages, fermented beverages. तो देखिए, इवन इन इंडस्ट्री माइक्रोब्स आर यूज इन सिंथेसाइजिंग नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स वैल्यूबल टू ह्यूमन बीइंग. बेवरेजेस एंड एंटीबॉडीज आर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स. प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल स्केल रिक्वायर लार्ज ग्रोइंग माइक्रोब्स इन अ वेरी लार्ज स्केल. तो इसके लिए हमको बहुत बड़े बड़े फर्मेंटेड चाहिए होंगे, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्शन. सो सी दिस here you can see that the fermented beverages, and here these are figure number 10.4. you can see fermenters. They are the big vessels which contains from 500 to 1000 liters of sugar syrup or the fruit syrup, etc. ठीक है, fruit juices and all, depending on the what type of substance we are using, different type of alcoholic beverages are produced. It may be beer, it may be malt, whiskey, it may be rum or whatever type of thing. It all depends. चीज़ तो एक ही यूज होती है, that is the fermenter is only one, that is brewer's yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. But प्रोडक्ट क्या लिया एंड कितने टाइम तक लिए रखा, वेदर इट इज यूज द व्हाट यू कॉल प्यूरिफाइड वन और इट इज विदाउट प्यूरिफिकेशन, इट इज डिपेंडिंग द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एल्कोहलिक बेवरेजेस. ठीक है, तो माइक्रो स्पेशली ईस्ट आर यूज टू फॉर्म have been used from time immemorial to the production of beverages like wine, beer, whiskey, brandy, rum. For these purposes, the same yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is used, which is used for bread making, and it is commonly now known as brewer's yeast. ठीक है, is used for fermenting the malted cereals like fruit and fruit juices to produce ethanol. Now, when the beer is there, which is actually having 8 to 12% of alcohol only, but the others, that the hard drinks are there, that is the whiskey is there, brandy is there, rum is there, and many other varieties are there. These are actually produced purified by a process called distillation, and the amount of the alcohol will increase to 40 to 80%. Now in India, the maximum limit is given 48%. Okay, but the foreign alcoholic brands are there which may contain very high doses of this, because when the alcohol is the biggest problem. Why? When it is the thing, I'll just simply ask, why is alcoholic sanitizer used for sanitization? Can anybody tell? See, alcohol has got two important properties. First, it is solvent, and second important property is that it dehydrates. So whenever there is any wound, what we are doing, we are taking some alcohol and we are cleaning the wound. When cleaning the wound means what? So any microbe is there, when no sooner it comes in contact with the alcohol will drain out the water, and loss of water, the unicellular organism, it will die immediately, there and then. And alcohol is also a good solvent, so it can easily dissolve proteins and other substances, and that is why we are using alcohol in sanitization. Okay, both the purpose. So this is now what happens when the alcohol is prepared in these fermenters. So fermentation takes place, and you know alcohol, that fermentation process, you know, that is C6H12O6 sugar is when it is fermented in the absence of oxygen is not there and yeast is there, so it produces alcohol C2H5OH plus carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide, the removal of the carbon dioxide in the form of bubble, it used to come, and when somebody must have stored, it is also an accidental discovery. When somebody must have produced lot of grape, then only two solutions is there. Either you crush the grapes and get the juice, or you simply dry them to make them resins. Okay? So that person must have done, he must have half of the content he must have converted into resins, and half he must have crushed and stored in some vessels. Now when he is kept in the vessel and he used to drink every day, मजा आ गया उसको, every day निकालो पियो, ठीक है? And you know that whole of the Bible you see from God knows which era, the people are having a practice of drinking grape juice, ठीक है? From the ages. Now when this grape juice is kept in any container, then the fermentation begins. And once the fermentation begins, suppose उसके पास 10 घड़े थे, मटके बड़े बड़े, उसने उसको भर लिए, and he kept them. And every day after meal or before meal, see, these discoveries are taking place in some Arabian countries and European countries, where water is not very commonly used. Okay? Either they don't have water or this. So they used to drink this fruit juices. वो निकाल के पी रहा, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, 6, 7 days. Now the taste is changed, and 8, 9 days some tingy taste came. 10th, 11th days some addiction, because it has got alcohol formation. Okay? So this is how it is an accidental discovery. But when the alcohol is formed, the percentage cannot go beyond 12%, because when the alcohol percentage goes up to a certain level, then it starts killing the yeast itself, and then the fermentation cannot go beyond that. So naturally occurring juices in which the fermentation has taken place will not have alcohol level beyond 12%. Okay? And when they are used in the raw, it is in the form of wine or it is in the form of beer, which is having alcohol. Wine has got less percentage, 6 to 8% something, and and the beer may have somewhere over 8 to 12% depending on the different type of wine, and they are not even distilled, they are only simply filtered, so they are not processed. Okay, so this is the thing. Now depending the type of the raw material used, fermentation and the type of processing, the with or without distillation, different type of alcoholic drinks are obtained. Wine and beer are produced without distillation, whereas the whiskey, brandy, rum, etc. are produced by distillation. Now the process may be same, okay, but then the taste and the color is different. That is by maturation. Okay, once these alcohol are produced, they are distilled. After distillation, they are stored in the wooden what you call barrels. In the wooden barrels they are stored, and the wooden barrel in which they are stored, what kind of wood it is, and for how long they are stored, and what kind of substances are there in that wood, that is, it may be tannin, or it may be resin, or it may be something. Sometimes they are simply burned so that taste comes. So because of that, the different values are there, and the brand also changes. The brand may have its specificity on the depending on the type of wood barrel used and the content of the various type of resin and other, that gives the specific name. It may be brandy, it may be whiskey, or it may be gin, or it may be something else. Okay, okay. So these are the things which are produced by using Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And alcohol has got a lot of use. You simply don't think that alcohol is used only for this purpose. It is not that alcohol is only used in making rum, whiskey, brandy, gin, and these substances. Alcohol nowadays, practically every person, whether their religion supports or don't support, they are using alcoholic sanitizers. Okay. Besides that, alcohol is a very good solvent which is used in the industries for various purposes. Besides this, alcohol is a good solvent, so it is used in several medicines, because the medicinal substance compounds which are formed may be insoluble in water. So first they are dissolved in the alcohol, and then they are dissolved in water. So that is one of the reasons. Then they are antiseptic, so they are used to clean the wounds and all. Okay. Plus alcohol is also used in dissolving the various type of substances and making sprays. Okay, so there are number of uses of the alcohol. Okay, it is not that the alcohol is only used in drinking purpose. And in many countries, alcohol is also used to mix from 5 to 10% in petrol and to run the vehicle. So it is a clean fuel, because the alcohol contains only carbon and hydrogen and oxygen. It doesn't have any sulfur, it doesn't have any other component. So when it will burn, it will only produce carbon dioxide and water. So it will not cause damage to the environment. Environmental damage is mainly caused because of the nitrogenous content and the sulfur content which are present in the fuel. So when they burn, they produce the nitrogenous waste and the sulfur waste, which are actually causing the different type of problem. Okay, that's all. And in next class we will study the antibiotics. 3 days का chapter हो जाएगा खत्म. Thank you children.